Good evening, my dear students. Welcome back to this online class learning. Myself, Johnsy teacher, is going to teach you a grammar topic. The topic for today's grammar session is framing questions. First, we will revise what we had learnt. Let us revise that in the previous grammar topics we had learnt about interrogative words or interrogative sentences. What are interrogative words? Interrogative words are those words like WH questions. We had studied about that in the previous topic of sentences about interrogative sentences. Words like what, whom, when, why, who, where, which, whose, how are all interrogative words. Whenever sentences start with these words, it is called then it will be called as interrogative sentences. Another way of framing questions is by using helping verbs do and be. So now let us study what we are going to learn today. That is, we are going to first start with the meaning of framing questions. What do you mean by framing questions? Then we are going to study about the two types of framing questions, that is polar questions and WH questions. So let us get started with today's topic. Meaning of framing questions. Now let us study what are framing questions. Framing questions refers to making questions based on the answer given by using the interrogative words. Answer always we do, questions will be given and we write answers. But in framing questions, what will be given? Answer will be given and we have to frame questions based on the answer. There are two types of framing questions. They are polar questions and WH questions. We will study about what are polar questions. Polar questions start with helping verb. The answer we get will either be yes or no. The form of polar question is helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object plus question mark. We had studied about helping verb in the grammar topics. Words which help the main verb are called the helping verbs. So helping verbs cannot stand alone without the main verbs. For example, helping verbs like do, can, did, are, is, then does, etc. Here, whenever verb is in the first form, we have to use do. Whenever verb is in the plural form, we have to use does. Whenever verb is in the second form, we have to use did. Let us see how we are framing questions based on the answer given. For first example is yes, I play cricket. So here we have to first see the verb. As verbs, everyone know that verbs are action words. So here, which is the action? Play. Now play is in the first form. It is in singular form. So we have to use do. Do you play cricket? The question, then question mark. So answer we will get yes, I play cricket. Second one, no, the students have decorated the hall. So here we have to see which is the helping verb as well as the main verb. So here we can see that already helping verb is given in the answer, that is have, and the main verb is decorated. So how we will write? Have the students decorated the hall. Here the helping verb is already given, have. Whenever helping verb is given in the answer, then we will begin the sentence with the helping verb. Okay, so I hope that you have understood about polar questions. Now we will see about the WH questions. WH questions are very easy, as well as polar questions are also very easy, but you should know how to frame questions. WH questions refers to questions starting with WH words. If the answer does not start with yes or no, we have to use WH word in that case. The form of WH question is WH word plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object plus question mark. I have got total 10 gifts. The first example is I have got total 10 gifts. Now here 10 is been underlined. So now we have to frame such a question that the answer should be 10. So I have framed the question as how many gifts have you got? So answer we will get I have got total 10 gifts. Now here I have got total 10 gifts. Here this is not a yes or no question. So I have written I have written the question as with WH word. Next, second, Clay and his red-headed companion wanted to dig an underground cellar. So here Clay and his red-headed companion is been underlined, and we have to frame such a question that the answer should be Clay and his red-headed companion. So the question we will add here is who. Who wanted to dig an underground cellar? So the answer will come as Clay and his red-headed companion. So this is all about WH question. So whatever words are being underlined, we have to get that answer. So we have to frame such a question that the answer should be the underlined word. So I hope that students you have understood about this two types of framing questions, that is polar questions and one is WH question. So now let's revise what we had studied today. So what did we study today? First we started with the meaning of framing questions. Framing questions with helping verbs or with WH word. We saw two types of questions, that is polar questions and WH questions. Polar questions refers to those questions which the questions that answer should be yes or no, and the question should begin with helping verb. Then second type we saw that WH questions. WH questions refers to the questions which start with WH word, and the answer should be the answer will be the underlined words. So we have to frame such a question that the answer should we should get as the underlined word. So this is all about today's topic, that is framing questions. So I hope that you have understood the topic of framing questions, and we will see more in detail in offline class. So students, that much only for today. Okay, thank you students for watching the video, and bye students, take care of yourselves and stay safe.